Throw away your Wii U's, everyone! Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming to the Switch! Literally yesterday, I commented on a Luxon video saying how I was really hopeful that they were working on Xenoblade Chronicles X or X2, especially because in 2025, that'll be the 10th anniversary of Xenoblade Chronicles X. 10 is the Roman numeral is an X, or a cross if you're so inclined. It makes perfect sense. 10th anniversary of a game that's got the Roman numeral 10 in the title already, even though it's not supposed to be a 10. Anyway, I got a reply to that comment earlier this very day while I was at work from someone who said, well, you're about half right. And I was like, what is that? What does that mean? And so I looked it up real quick. And they just shadow dropped a trailer, the lunatics. We're going to watch it. I'm going to try not to talk throughout this entire thing. Just understand that I'm very excited, and I'm going to talk through the entire thing. You go watch the trailer yourself if that bothers you. I will not blame you. Look at this. Look how good this looks. Oh my gosh.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh?
Look at our girl!
For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles.
It's almost exactly the same,
Welcome
but with fewer homeless people
NLA.
and less feces on the streets. Ooh, we're ghosting behind the character. That's okay, that's just some motion blur from the camera, I'm assuming. Now what's weird is I think they're launching this for OG Switch. Even though the Switch 2 should be coming out, I think, early next year. But I'm hopeful it'll get like a patch. Maybe higher resolutions, higher frame rates when the Switch 2 comes out. So of course they got the default cross model in this. But this game is unique in the Xenoblade franchise in that you can make your own character. And they'd better release it uncensored this time. I want the boob slider. The Japanese players got a boob slider, we didn't. I want to have a female character who is so front-heavy she can barely stand. I don't need the bikinis for Lin Ku. I don't need the risque outfits for the 13-year-old girl. We can do without that. But otherwise, I want that boob slider. I will import it from Japan if I have to. Gosh darn it.
And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us.
It's so weird seeing the default cross character, because I played as a female. So that's who I associate all of these cutscenes with, as my own player character. Let's go! It looks so good. So I think this is coming out in March of 2025.
Fancy seeing you here.
What? Wait! Hold on, what? Okay, March 20th, that's what I saw. So I haven't watched the trailer yet. Just sat down and watched it right now, but I saw the date floating around. I saw the announcement. I was super excited. I posted it to the Discord. Roll that back again? Wait, okay, I don't want to spoil the game at all. I'm not, if you've never played Xenoblade Chronicles X or Cross or 10th Anniversary, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to spoil what this is from. I'll say it's towards the end of the game.
Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing you here.
No way! That VA.
Fancy seeing you here.
That does not sound like anyone from X. It sounds like...
Fancy seeing you here.
Why does it sound like Malos? That doesn't make sense. So, Xenoblade Chronicles X is entirely separate from the main trilogy. They can't connect. I know people really want them to, but they really can't in any way. I made a whole video titled, I think the original title was Giving Up on Xenoblade Chronicles 10. Or, Giving Up on Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think I had to retitle it because people got confused. I was giving up on it tying into the main trilogy because after Future Redeemed, it really felt like, yes, there were some things in Future Redeemed that felt like, well, there were blatant references to things from Xenoblade Chronicles X, but there was no way to, within the established timelines, reconcile those things. Is that Malos?
Fancy seeing you here.
Why is he here? Why is he taking... Hold on, that line of dialogue, I don't even think that... You know what? Hold on. Alright, I've got my own Into the Core story finale, Xenoblade Chronicles X episode 40 pulled up. This is over on the LP channel. Link in the description. We're gonna watch the actual cutscene. It is... I will... Story spoiler, it is from the end of the game.
Who's that? Is it Xehanort?
It looks so much worse.
Wait, why is Lau here?
Wii U, baby.
Oh, is Lau about to get Norded?
And that's where it ends. And then for 10 years, fans have been waiting to see what comes next. But what comes next, though? That's the big question. I'm confused. I am befuddled. This is an entirely, like, different scene. We're not zooming...
Fancy seeing you here.
Here's my... and then it just comes up with the date, and we'll leave it on the date. How about that? Here's the thing about that. And I thought this when I originally played through the game for the first time, a couple years ago now. The only reason to have him in a hood is to disguise who it is. And if it's a new character, there's no need to do that. If it's someone we've never seen before and have no clue who they are, there's absolutely zero reason to have them in a hood and hide their identity. It could just be this new unknown character, and everyone will still have the exact same reaction of, who is that, you know? The only reason to put a hood on them is if you know who they are. But 2 hadn't come out. It can't be Malos. It just sounds similar. Unless, like, if I was really good at discerning Japanese voices one from the other, I always watched dubs. I'm sorry, I know. If I read subs more often, I might be better attuned to different inflections and tones. I don't think that I could watch Xenoblade Chronicles X in Japanese and then rewatch, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in Japanese, and then rewatch this to see if it's the same VA. Because if it's the same VA in Japanese and English, raises some questions there. Big red flags flapping around in the breeze. It's probably not Malos, though. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense unless they're going to make it make sense. But that's... So are we getting new story content? Are we getting new story content? Obviously, we have the cutscene is different. The guy is voice. I've got to go. I've got to go. Like, I got to edit this video and put it out. First off, I got to go put this back up on a shelf because heaven knows I haven't played it since I played this. What a legacy for the Wii U, though. Last thing I played on it, right there. I got to comment down below what your thoughts and feelings are. I'm still, like, this is, the entire, like, the game coming out is great. Of course I'm gonna play through it again. Maybe we'll do it live, maybe I'll do another Let's Play.
Fancy seeing you here.
No, do it again. I need to hear the whole thing.
Fancy seeing you here.
Hold on. I'm trying to find a clip from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Not just of Pyra, although I could look at Pyra all day. But I need to hear Malos just talking. And I'm looking for something that doesn't have, like, explicit story spoilers.
This is... You can't come here.
Charming. So you're making the rules now, huh?
You didn't come here to
Okay, it
talk
doesn't
about
actually
the old
sound...
days,
It sounds
did
like
you?
how I remember Malos sounding. Less like how he actually
We've
sounds.
snatched Menoth's little brat.
It's a little deeper.
Meet me at the place of your awakening. You remember it, right?
Fancy seeing you here.
Meet me at the place of your awakening. You remember it, right?
Fancy seeing you here.
No, actually, it does sound the same! What is this? What is happening? Thank you, folks, for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.